after that game compared to any other football experience in your life? You've won so many games in your career. What's it like for you after a day like that?
Well, I don't know, loss is always tough to handle. And so with that, it was, tough on all of us as far as, we worked so hard not to lose and all the effort put in, time put in, and, with that, to lose, it was just rough on all of us.
JT, you had your entire career, you didn't throw picks, and you have been known for taking care of the football, and have done a pretty good job throughout your entire career. You had the best game of your life the week before. What happened on some of those interceptions that didn't seem like things that you usually do characteristically, and can you take us through kind of the decision making that you had on Saturday and what you thought of?
Yeah, so I think a lot of it was just trying to make a play. Instead of letting the guys around me make those plays, so dump the ball off. They were sinking on things, and I was just pressing the issue too much, especially after throwing that pick early, and just understanding where we're at as far as situations on the field. And so just got away from those things and get back to those.
How do you think, or why do you think you got away from them? I mean, you really hadn't done that much in your entire career, and you guys were playing really well the week before. What made you, were you pressing? And if you were, what made you feel like you had to?
Yeah, so like I said, it was one of those things. Early I didn't feel that way, but as we were down, it was one of those things like trying to make a play. So it was really being down, trying to make something happen, make a momentum shift, rally the guys, things like that, and didn't turn out.
The first one, do you even see that safety cut in front of Ben? I mean, did you know he was there, or what?
Yeah, so they played tighter than we expected on film. You watch them, they were, played deeper and off our guys, so they played tighter than we expected. And then that next drive, we was able to take a shot on them. That was one touchdown Terry. So that was an adjustment we had to make, being that they were playing tighter. Then as we hit a couple shots, they started backing off, and didn't make those adjustments for myself.
So were they doing some things that took away some of the shorter and intermediate routes you guys had been successful on? Because you did hit them over the top a couple times. Could you guys have done that even a little bit more against that style of defense? Because you did hit it a couple times.
I don't know. I feel like, they did get a lot of depth in the things they did as far as the linebackers, putting hands on our receivers and then trying to fall off at that 10 to 12 area. And just got to do a better job of checking the ball down and getting it to our guys to be able to make plays. Even if it's for 4 or 5 yards, first, second down, that's still positive yards instead of being behind the chains.
JT, you've dealt with disappointment before and stuff, but what is the key for you this week? I mean, what are you telling yourself? I mean, what's that inner monologue like from the standpoint of, like you said, y'all still have a Big Ten championship in the balance here and things like that, but just you personally, what's that inner monologue like?
Let's get back to fundamentals and what we do, executing. Just like I said, get back to fundamentals and then move on from last week, because we'd like to get it back, but we can't. So with that, just have to grow from it, learn from it, get better.
JT, as Tim said, we've battled disappointment before, but this was sort of unique, going from the high that you did to the Iowa loss. Have you talked to anyone, sought anyone's advice, talked to Coach Meyer, just touched base with anyone since then? Because, like I said, it's got to be a unique experience for you, because you've played so well.
That's the thing, y'all. It's not like it was anything like we lost the game, so it wasn't like this loss hurt more than the other ones, really. I think the most difficult ones we didn't score against Clemson, but I don't know, this one I feel like wasn't anything different, despite how I was playing. Like, I was still upset. Like, a lot of times when we lose, it's like, I didn't play well. So with that, I mean, I was disappointed in where I played, but it didn't feel any different. Like, I don't know how to explain it any better than that. It was, we lost the game, so it wasn't like, despite how I was playing in the past, like, I was still trying to get better, and I just didn't play well. So,
JT, is there any connection in the fourth quarter against Penn State? You made some really tough throws for you guys to win that game, and then in a game like Iowa, it seemed like you were trying some tough throws and it went the other way. Is there any connection between that? Of sometimes if you're trying to make a play, sometimes you make it, and sometimes they get you, and then that's just the way it goes when you're trying to make plays?
I mean, there's a little bit to that, but I think it's more just knowing when those times are to take those chances. I think in the fourth quarter, we were in a position early where I didn't have to, press the issue like I did, and with that, just understand the situations of things.
How have your teammates been this week, JT?
So, learn from it, getting better, but you got to move on. We got Michigan State coming to our house, and they're playing good football, so we've moved on and doing better. It helps being around the guys. It's family, being around family, so it's good.
Have you seen enough of them to scout the Spartans?
Say again?
Have you seen enough of them yet on film to scout the Spartans?
Yeah, I watched that.
So what do you see when you watch them?
It's Michigan State defense. They play similar style to our defense, a little bit more, I guess we'd say, aggressive, blitz more. Real heavy on the run. Not going to try not let you run the ball. And then from there, you want to make the shots downfield, make plays downfield. So, same kind of defense that we've been playing the past couple of years.
You played against them 3 times and beat them twice. Just how rugged, how tough are these games with Michigan State? Even the one you guys won up there was just a complete battle. Just your thought about what pops to your mind, when you think about that green and white going up against them.
We're talking about we play them in the month of November. It's Big Ten football in November, so it's hard to know. It's one of the top teams in our conference on our side, so we know it's going to be a battle back and forth, and it's going to be one of those games that's going to be won in the second half of the fourth quarter.
JT, did that 6'8" defensive tackle in the middle of the field there, maybe in a couple of your throwing lanes, does that throw you off at all when you're dealing with that?
No, it didn't.
No.
JT, what is the toughest part about dealing with Michigan State's defense? What do they do? You were talking about it a while ago, but what is it that they really present problems for you guys from your vantage point the last 2 seasons?
I feel like every year they, throw a little something new that they normally didn't do on film. So with that, just making sure to be able to make adjustments with that within the game. So I think that's one of the main things. But we're talking about one of the top defenses in our conference, so they're going to do what they do. They're not going to change like the entire game plan, but they're going to throw in a new wrinkle, and so be able to adjust on that, especially on third down.
Well, thanks, JT.
Thanks.